I bet you didn't know that crocodiles are responsible for 1,000 deaths every single year. Now, before we get into this, I have to show y'all how one of the most terrifying and strongest animals on the planet swims. Okay, back to being serious. So what exactly happens during a crocodile attack? If one grabs you when you're in the water, your luck is running pretty thin. You'd think that they would be slow moving on land, but they can absolutely outrun a human. On land, once they catch their prey, they drag it back to the water. Their teeth are not designed for ripping and tearing. They have powerful jaws, and their teeth are meant to hold things in place. Their method of tearing their prey is by doing a death roll. They lock their jaws on their prey and start violently spinning in a 360 in the water. This shatters bones, tears ligaments, and rips skin. There have been many cases of people being attacked and surviving crocodile attacks as well, but they're usually missing a chunk of their hand or a whole limb. There was an attack where a man waded out into the river to use the restroom, when a crocodile came up and snatched him and immediately dragged him underwater. Another case, a child was on a boat with his siblings. When a large crocodile launched out of the water and snatched him off the boat, his siblings watched in horror because there was nothing they could do. Now, crocodiles don't actively hunt humans. They go for whatever prey is available. And if someone just happens to be in the wrong place at the wrong time, while a crocodile is looking for its next meal, the crocodile will not hesitate to use them as prey. There have been several cases where after the crocodiles had attacked humans, they were caught and cut open, and whole limbs were removed from those. I know this is a hard concept to believe, but I have a post on my Instagram, warning, viewers' discretion is advised, that shows the horrific aftermath of crocodile attacks. But please remember, don't demonize crocodiles. They are still beautiful creatures that need to be respected. I bet you didn't know about Lisa Marie Kimmel and how her case was cold for 14 years. Lisa was traveling from Denver, Colorado to Billings, Montana. She was going to visit her family. While she was driving, she stopped to give a man a ride. His name was Dale Wayne Eaton. While they were driving, Dale made unwanted sexual advances at Lisa. When she realized he was not going to quit, she stopped the car and demanded he get out. That's when the situation escalated. They don't know the exact details. But what is known, she was bound, beaten, and assaulted for 6 days straight, then taken to the old government bridge, where she suffered severe blunt force trauma to her head and was stabbed in the chest 6 times. Dale then threw her body over the bridge and into the river. Lisa was only 18 years old. For 8 days, she was considered a missing person, until a fisherman saw her body floating in the river. For 14 long years, no one knew what had actually happened to Lisa. It wasn't until they did a second examination on the rape kit, after DNA advancements had been made, that they were able to link who did this to her. The DNA matched Dale Wayne Eaton, who was already serving federal prison time. In 1997, he had stopped off the side of the road to give a family assistance when their car broke down. He then kidnapped them by gunpoint. After his arrest for that kidnapping, he escaped prison, only to be captured again, but he was found with a weapon, causing his charges to become federal. When investigators began searching his property, his neighbors made a statement. They had seen Dale digging a very large hole on his property. That's when they discovered that Dale had buried Lisa's car. It became a key piece of evidence in the case. Dale was charged with 8 different counts in this case and was originally sentenced to death. He was supposed to be executed in February 2010, but in 2009 he fought to overturn the death sentence. Officially, in 2014, the death sentence was dropped. In part of the lawsuit, the Kimmel family was awarded Dale's property. And on July 18th, 2005, which would have been Lisa's 36th birthday, they burned every single building on the property down. Dale still sits in prison where he is serving a life sentence.